And he likes butt now. He don't like to no more. He likes butt. And I've honestly always thought that BlueFace swung for the other team simply because of his hatred for women. I just always felt like BlueFace, when given the opportunity, he was gonna take some ass. They're more loyal. Men are more loyal.
All right, buckle up, because this is one of those stories that makes people stop scrolling, turn the volume up, and say, wait, what? What started as whispers and jokes online has now turned into something way darker, way more uncomfortable, and honestly, heartbreaking. Because this time, it's not about clout, trolling, or internet beef. It's about fear, power, and what happens when someone who's always played the tough guy finally breaks down and admits he wasn't in control at all. BlueFace, known for his cocky attitude, loud confidence, and never backing down, was recently seen doing something nobody expected.
Oh shit! I don't like that.
Was it a girl or a guy?
What kind of question is that? Stop playing.
He cried, not on some fake apology tour, not for sympathy clicks, but while talking about what allegedly happened to him behind bars. And when people heard what he claimed went down in prison, the jokes stopped real quick. Because the picture he painted wasn't street justice or prison rumors, it was survival. And now, with leaked footage, emotional confessions, and old clips resurfacing, people are asking a very different question than before. Not, is this messy, but how long was he suffering in silence?
You got the lubricant?
Who the f is lubricant, baby? You know this one for the Wi-Fi.
What if I want to go in the butt? Hey, you with it, huh?
Is it kind of weird that the first day out of prison, BlueFace is suggesting some type of butt action to his woman? Or do you guys think that this is just normal behavior for them and that is what he was doing before he went?
BlueFace didn't always move like a victim. From the very beginning, he branded himself as unbreakable, the kind of artist who laughed through chaos and treated controversy like fuel. When he came into the rap game, he wasn't polished or careful. He was raw, loud, and unpredictable, and fans loved him for it. He played into the image of a man nobody could pressure, nobody could scare, nobody could dominate. But behind that image was always chaos, public relationship drama, explosive arguments, reality TV meltdowns, a love life that played out like a never-ending storm. And while fans argued about whether he was toxic or misunderstood, one thing stayed consistent. BlueFace never showed fear, not publicly, not emotionally. That's why his prison stint hit differently. At first, people brushed it off like they always do. He'll be fine, he's built for that. That's just part of the lifestyle. But what nobody really wants to admit is that prison doesn't care about your reputation. It doesn't care about your followers, your money, or your image. Inside, power shifts fast, and sometimes violently.
At a time, I posted these pics on Instagram a couple months ago. Check the material. Very much she a baddie, she knows she a 10, she a baddie with her baddie friends. Why did this happen after? I wasn't gonna go there, but babe, I'm bored.
According to BlueFace, things didn't start off explosive. It was subtle, quiet, a slow change in energy. He claims certain inmates began watching him differently, testing boundaries, making comments that didn't sit right. At first, he laughed it off, the same way he always does. But the tone shifted, and when it did, he says he realized something terrifying. His confidence wasn't protecting him anymore.
Are you gay?
No.
What nobody expected was the next part. BlueFace allegedly revealed that he was pressured, threatened, and ultimately forced into situations he didn't consent to. Not described in graphic detail, but enough to make it clear that this wasn't a joke and it wasn't a rumor he was proud of. He spoke of fear, about being outnumbered, about realizing that fighting back could make things even worse.
Cheeks out here, you in here looking for chips. You ain't gay, is you? Casual day? Son, come here. There's cheeks out here, you in here looking for chips. And Slim Jims. You ain't gay, is you? Huh? Are you gay? You ain't gay, right? My man. My dog. Y'all sit right here while I go fondle with these young women for a little bit, all right? You in charge. I got two little monkeys, something.
And that's where people started looking at him differently, because for the first time, BlueFace wasn't talking like a rapper or a reality star. He was talking like someone who had been stripped of control, someone who felt trapped, someone who survived something he never thought he'd have to face. But here's the twist. This wasn't the first time people hinted that something like this might be going on. For years, his ex, Krishan Rock, made comments that fans dismissed as bitterness or exaggeration. Strange remarks, side-eye statements, things that didn't fully make sense at the time. People laughed, they shrugged it off, they said she was just trying to embarrass him. Now, those old clips are resurfacing, and suddenly they don't sound so random anymore. When leaked footage began circulating of BlueFace visibly emotional, struggling to speak, and wiping tears from his face, the internet froze. This wasn't a man playing victim for attention. This was a man unraveling. His voice cracked, his body language changed, and for someone who built his entire brand on dominance, that vulnerability shook people. He talked about shame, about not knowing who to trust, about feeling like if he told anyone, he'd be laughed at, or worse, blamed. And that's when the conversation shifted from gossip to something deeper. Because male victims, especially in prison, are rarely believed. They're expected to man up, stay silent, and carry it alone. And BlueFace admitted that's exactly what he did. He stayed quiet, he swallowed it, he focused on surviving one day at a time, and when he finally came home, instead of healing, he lashed out. The anger, the reckless behavior, the obsession with control, it all started making sense. People began connecting the dots. His hyper-fixation on dominance, his constant need to prove something, his explosive reactions. Trauma doesn't always look like tears. Sometimes it looks like aggression. Sometimes it looks like chaos. Sometimes it looks like a man doing everything he can to avoid feeling powerless again. The emotional impact didn't stop with him. His family reportedly noticed changes, mood swings, distance, a hardness that wasn't there before. Relationships crumbled, trust disappeared, and the public, instead of offering grace, kept pushing buttons, turning pain into punchlines. That's the part that hurt the most for many viewers, watching someone finally open up, only to see parts of the internet mock him for it. Because when a woman speaks about being forced, she's often believed. But when a man does, especially one like BlueFace, the world laughs first and listens later. And yet, his tears didn't look fake. His voice didn't sound scripted. There was a weight there, a heaviness you can't rehearse. Now, people are asking uncomfortable questions. How many men leave prison carrying invisible scars? How many never speak up? How many turn their pain into anger because silence feels safer than truth? BlueFace didn't ask to become a symbol, but he might be one now. Not of weakness, but of survival, of what happens when bravado meets reality, of how trauma doesn't care who you are or how tough you look. This story isn't just about leaked footage or shocking headlines. It's about the parts of masculinity nobody wants to talk about. The parts that say men can be hurt too, that silence isn't strength, and that sometimes the loudest personalities are covering the deepest wounds. So before you laugh, before you judge, before you turn someone's breakdown into entertainment, remember this: it takes more courage to admit pain than to pretend nothing touched you at all. And if BlueFace's story does anything, let it be this: it forces people to look beyond the image, beyond the rumors, and finally ask what survival really costs. Because the real question isn't what happened in that prison, it's how many people are still carrying the same pain and never been brave enough to say it out loud.